Yeah, the other people, I don't know who they are, they'll be here eventually. Anybody? Yeah.
All right, so we're on the record in docket 22-03220. That is people of the state of Michigan versus Roderick Washington. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Jeff Brodowitz on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lawrence Sutter on behalf of Mr. Washington, who is standing to my right.
And sir, you are Roderick Washington Jr.? All right. This is the time set for a motion in regards to a motion to compel. Mr. Brodowitz, how are we proceeding?
Yes, Your Honor. At this time, I did speak with Attorney Sutter, and I believe we have come to a stipulation regarding the unredacted discovery. I have prepared an order. I've showed Defense Attorney Sutter. And so with that, and upon her signature, we would ask that to be entered by the court, and that would just be for the unredacted discovery to be provided to the public defender's office, only in a protective order be entered stating such.
And Ms. Sutter, is that your understanding?
It is, Your Honor.
All right. So I'll await the order, or do you have the order?
Yes, I've already prepared the order. It's just a waiting. Permission to approach, Your Honor.
Please. Thank you, Mr. Brodowitz. So I'm signing the order stipulating order regarding unredacted discovery. It's ordered that people shall provide defense counsel of recorded unredacted discovery. However, that discovery protective order is entered whereby only the individuals who may have access to the unredacted discovery are counsel of record, members of the public defender staff. No other individuals or entity may have access to the unredacted discovery. And I'll sign the order to that effect. And then you can get a copy for your file from Officer Neves. Anything else for the record? And so do we have to set this for jury trial also?
Well, I suppose that's a question for Your Honor, because this was also set for a jury trial today.
Right. Let's go ahead and reset this for the same date as the other one.
Two comments.
Right.
I'm out of the area. I believe if it's June 13th you're talking about, I'm out of the area for a legal conference
Okay.
that entire week. If it could be pushed out a little bit,
Probably to the following jury trial date.
probably. And I have talked to Mr. Washington about that.
All right.
Yes. And then secondly, I suppose my comment for today is we were scheduled for a jury trial. My understanding is witnesses were subpoenaed. I haven't seen or heard any witnesses to appearing today for the jury trial that was scheduled for today.
Right. Mr. Brodowitz?
Well, as the jury trial was removed from the schedule, our witnesses were not put on the subpoena list.
Right.
However, I have had contact with the victims in this case and the responding officers.
All right. We'll reset the jury trial for not the June 13th date, but for the following date.
June 27th at 8.
So it'll be June 27th at 8 a.m. Anything else for the record in docket 2203220, Mr. Brodowitz?
Nothing from the people, Your
Ms.
Honor.
Sutter?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. That's all for the record in that file. We'll see you on that June 27th date. All right, sir? I signed an order on to compel discovery if they want a copy. It should be turned right. There.
We'll make it happen. What?
Sir, on the iPhone, would you, sir or ma'am, on the iPhone, would you identify yourself?
Damian Redmond.
Damian Redmond?
Yeah, I just checked every single one of these different uses to me.
You're here for your 8:30?
Yes,
You're breaking
sir.
up?
I'm at work. I
All right.
apologize.
Mr. Redmond, I'm going to put you in a breakout room with your public defender, okay?
Yes.
I'm sure you heard us.
Okay.
She was, unable
What? Yeah.
All right, Mr. Redmond, we'll call your case.
I
So we're on
apologize.
the record. All right. We're on the record in
I'm-
docket.
Sorry.
All right, we're on the record in docket 23-01-005 and 22-02791. It's people of the state of Michigan versus Damian Redmond. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Jeff Braddock's on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Aaron Robinson, Assistant Public Defender for Mr. Redmond.
Okay, and this is the time set for a final pretrial in the matter. I did authorize Zoom in this matter for the final pretrial, which is indicated in the file. Mr. Brodowitz, how are we proceeding?
Yes, Your Honor, at this time, the people have made an offer of proof of securing the dogs and proof of the licensure, and the tickets would then be dismissed for compliance. However, I have not seen proof of that at this time, so I would leave it to the defense.
Ms. Robinson?
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Redmond has one of the dogs licensed. He's just waiting on the funds to get his other dog licensed. So I think, I mean, if you want, because it's final pretrial, we can set it for trial, maybe like after the week of the 13th. I don't actually expect this to go to trial.
Right.
Um,
It's just getting time for compliance purposes.
Correct.
Yes.
So let's get a jury trial date. Does that 27th work?
that will work, that's fine.
So let's do set for jury trial on June 27th at 8 a.m. Mr. Redmond, you heard that date. It's really just putting it out there for compliance on the second dog. So as soon as you get that information, let Ms. Robinson or provide that information to Ms. Robinson, and she'll provide it to the prosecutor. All right, sir?
Yes, I will make sure of that, sir. Can I speak for just one moment?
Sure, Mr. Redmond.
I literally just got done moving into a new place. I have both dogs secure. Zeus is living with a friend of mine.
It's okay, Mr.
and
Redmond,
Aphrodite is
Mr.
with
Redmond,
me.
you don't have to go into the
So
facts
I'm just,
of the case or anything like that, okay?
Okay.
He's not asking for anything like that, and you're being recorded.
All
We're
right.
just gonna give you time to get that done, okay?
So you have till June 27th
Okay.
to get the second dog in. You should be all set. I'm good with Zoom on that jury trial date if compliance is made. But if compliance is made, just let us know and we'll entertain just doing a nollie on that case. Anything else for the record in dockets 23-01-005 or 22-02791, Mr. Brodowitz?
Nothing from the people.
Ms.
Your Honor.
Robinson?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, Mr. Redmond, you're all set. Thank you for your appearance today.
thank you, Your Honor.
Miss Sutterson, Miss Guyton. How about Mr. Austin? What's going on there?
We can go on him.
All right,
I do have one correction for the record. Your
all
Honor.
right. So, Mr. Austin, you can come forward. So we're back on the record in docket 23-00836. That is people of the state of Michigan versus Daniel Austin. We took a recess. I had counsel speak to her client. Mr. Brodowitz, you indicated that there's a correction you wanted to place on the record.
Yes, Your Honor. I did check our file just to double check, and there was one subpoena issued for a witness for today's final pretrial. And I have called the hallway in the courtroom, and that witness has not appeared today. So I just wanted to put that on the record.
All right. Now, was that witness someone from
I believe so, Your Honor.
someone from Sparrow,
From McLaren, Your Honor.
from McLaren?
Yes. Because that is where the subpoena was sent, was to McLaren Hospital.
Would that be the manager?
I'm just double checking, Your Honor. I would believe so, Your Honor. I
All right.
don't think his position was noted.
All right, Ms. Robinson, how did you want to proceed today?
Well, then, with them being subpoenaed, and them not being here, I'd ask for dismissal.
All right, so the way I see the case, that would be the key eyewitness to the matter. Is the security manager. Was Miss Rendon subpoenaed today?
No, Your Honor.
With that understanding, the people are unable to proceed today. There's a motion to dismiss made by the defendant. The court will grant the motion to dismiss without prejudice. So, Mr. Austin, generally, when I say dismissal without prejudice, there's a fairly good chance that it's reasonable to assume the case will not be reissued. I'm uncertain about this, okay? The case may be reissued in this matter. It's dismissed without prejudice. However, for today's purposes, the case is dismissed. All right, sir? All right. Anything else for the record in docket 23-00836, Mr. Brodowitz?
Nothing from the people. Your Honor.
Miss Robinson?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Okay, you're all set, Mr. Austin. Thank you for your appearance today.
All right, thank you.
Here's Deshara Brown on Zoom.
Yes.
All right. And Olivia Moyes. All right. All right, so we're on the record in docket 20-03637. That's People of the State of Michigan versus Maya Gayton. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Jeff Brodowitz on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Ms. Gayton, who joins us via Zoom.
And ma'am, you are Maya Gayton?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and you can hear me all right, Ms. Gayton?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. This is the time set for a final pretrial in the matter. Mr. Brodowitz, how are we proceeding?
Yes, Your Honor, as you stated, today's the date and time set for final pretrial. The offer made in this case was compliant. However, there have been, I guess, a few snags with that. I would leave it to Defense Attorney Sutter to fill the court in on that, as she is more apprised of the situation than I am.
All right. Ms. Sutter?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. We did adjourn last time for 30 days for Miss Gayton to get insurance or to prove that she sold the vehicle and then her license. She's been in custody for 25 days, so she's been a little unable to meet with the Secretary of State. I would ask the court to allow another adjournment of 30 days to let her do that. She's getting released on Saturday morning, so she's confident she can do that once she's been released. She wasn't, I think, entirely anticipating the length of incarceration she's been serving this time.
So today's date is May 23rd. Could we set it for pretrial on that June 27th date?
I'd be perfectly fine with that, Your Honor.
Right. All right. So we'll set it for final pretrial on June 27th. What time? At 8:30. That'll be the final pretrial, the last adjournment. So Ms. Gayton, you have till June 27th to get all the compliance matters into indication. This, I mean, we're going almost on over 160 days in this case, so
Yes, Your
I
Honor.
think that'll have to be the date certain. All right, ma'am.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and please keep in contact with your attorney, Lauren Sutter, concerning this matter. We've reset it for June 27th at 8:30. Anything
Your Honor.
else for the
Thank you.
record? Anything
No,
else for
Your
the
Honor.
record? Docket 20-3637, Mr. Brodowitz.
Nothing from the people,
Ms.
Your Honor.
Sutter?
Nothing further. Thank you.
All right, Ms. Gayton, you're all set. We'll see you here on the 27th, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. There's another third.
I only have for 8:30's Smith Dobbs left.
Yep, he's here.
All right. White. Oh, that's a 9:30. All right, so we're on the record in docket 23-01200. That's people of the state of Michigan versus Javon Smith Dobbs. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Jeff Brodowitz on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Aaron Robinson, Assistant Public Defender for Mr. Smith Dobbs.
And sir, you are Javon Smith Dobbs, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. This is the time set for a final pretrial in the matter. Mr. Brodowitz, how we proceed?
Yes, Your Honor, as you stated, today's the date and time set for final pretrial. People have subpoenaed witnesses. Those witnesses have appeared in the courtroom today. So at this point, the people are ready to proceed in this matter.
All right, Ms. Robinson, any comment?
We can just keep it set for trial.
Okay. So all parties appeared at final pretrial, and we'll leave on for jury trial date on June 13th at 8 a.m. Anything else for the record in docket 23-01200, Mr. Brodowitz?
Nothing from the people, Your Honor.
No, Your
Ms.
Honor.
Robinson. All right, Mr. Smith Dobbs, we'll see you here live on June 13th at 8 a.m. Okay, sir?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Brown Smith, we're going to place you in a breakout room with your public defender, Lauren Sutter, and then we'll call your case. All right, ma'am?
Okay, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Yes.
Told her mom said somebody might be here today at 2:00. What? Is she true? No.
Mr. Blakeney?
Yes,
We're in Texas.
Mr. Blakeney, you're unrepresented today. Is that correct? You do not have a lawyer? You might want to get out of bed for your court appearance. Now I'm just thinking.
Your Honor, you may want to check with Ms. Sutter on that one. I believe she emailed me yesterday saying that was one of her.
So, Mr. Blakeney, you are, now I'm getting the information, you are represented by Ms. Sutter in the matter?
yes.
All right, stand by. I'm going to place you in a breakout room with Ms. Sutter, okay?
All right.
Your Honor, I'm still waiting on a breakout room with Miss Brown Smith.
You should be able to go back to room 1, Ms. Sutter, and Ms. Brown Smith, you should get a prompt to go to room 1. So, Mr. Blakeney, you can stand by. I also have Nadine White.
Is that everybody who's on Zoom?
Yeah, I've got, let's see. All right. So we're on the record in docket 23-01325. That's People of the State of Michigan versus Nadine M. White. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Jeff Brodowitz on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Melanie Bianchi, attorney for Miss White.
And ma'am, you are Nadine White?
Yes.
Okay, and you can hear me all right, Miss White?
Yes.
All right, thank you. This is the time set for a pretrial in the matter. Mr. Brodowitz, how are we proceeding?
Yes, Your Honor, as you stated, today's date and time set for pretrial. However, after conversations with defense counsel, I believe they have yet to receive discovery. So I believe they'll be asking for an adjournment in this matter. The people would have no objection to that adjournment for discovery.
Thank you. Ms. Wanchi?
That's correct, Your Honor. I'm the conflicted attorney on the case. We did send a substitution, I think it was last week, and I still need to get the discovery on the case. Your Honor.
All right. So for discovery purposes to be met, the court will reset the pretrial for June 13th at 9 a.m. And Ms. Wanchi, if there's any problems with getting the discovery, we can entertain them before then. All right. Okay. So Ms. White, your case has been adjourned to June 13th, 2023 at 9 a.m. in order to get your attorney discovery so that she can zealously advocate for you. All right, ma'am?
Okay.
Anything else for the record in docket 23-01325, Mr. Brodowitz?
Nothing from the people, Your Honor.
Ms. Wanchi?
Nothing, Your Honor.
You're all set. Thank you. Ms. White, you're all set. Thank you for your appearance today.
Okay, thank you.
Good to see you, Ms. Wanchi.
Good to see you, Your Honor.
Yes.
That's what I was just looking at,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
And this letter, you're on that?
I am, yes.
Okay, we weren't sure.
Yeah, I think I was a late appointment to it,
All
but
right.
it is my case. Yes. Yeah, I know I highlighted myself on it. Yes. Trying to affirm it, she didn't know where it was right now, and she had to get a reason.
Take her to consent.
She's willing to do it, I just want to be clear about what she wants.
Yeah, I mean, because they said she had the license plate. Back, couldn't see it.
Right, so what she was just saying is someone choosing to watch it there.
Okay.
So she tends to. She's not. And then. Started screwing on off.
Oh,
She's got it in her hands right now.
yeah.
She doesn't know if she just says it is getting stolen off the parking lot.
Okay.
She's.
Yeah, that's one. We can, I mean, I guess. Yeah, next time she's got it in the car in the back window, take pictures. Yes.
Yeah.
Just the ability. The fact
So
that she's got it.
you look at the thing that, or do you want?
Well, the license plate, but the no option didn't need to find out. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I need to find out. She's got.
Because yeah, she started walking outside to take a picture and then joining.
Yeah.
The license.
Yeah, this is. Yeah.
Then she can go.
Everybody should get a copy of that.
Yeah, we had to adjourn that. She has.
Yes, to Mr. Lichtenberg, I'm still in room 1.
Sure. So you think Mr. Hermana needs to be adjourned? We never got him here.
He is in, I believe Ms. Robinson said Calhoun County.
Clinton County.
Clinton County.
All right.
It was a C.
There was a scene. Very
We
close.
didn't have enough time to do the writ as required.
All right. That's your client, Miss Robinson.
Yes.
All right. All right, so we're on the record in docket 22-03281. And 22-03434. That is people of the state of Michigan versus Karangwa Karamana. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Jeff Proud's on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Aaron Robinson, Assistant Public Defender for Mr. Herrera-Mana.
And this is the time set for a pretrial in the matter, and it's come to the court's attention that Mr. Haramana is, we received the information too late that he's actually needs to be writ out. Is that correct, Ms. Robinson?
Yes, sorry about that, Your Honor. I only found out when I scheduled the polycom
Right.
for him on Friday, and they alerted me that he was then written out to Clinton, so.
So where does he need to be writ out of? Clinton
To
County?
Clinton County, yes. Or he's at Clinton right now. Let me double check. When you might be right, it might be Calhoun. I might be getting people confused. It is Calhoun County.
It's Calhoun County?
Yes. I'm another person in Clinton.
All right, so D needs to be writ out of Clinton County, and we need.
Calhoun County.
Calhoun, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Calhoun
it's okay.
County. Oh,
You just send writs to both places, right? Like,
and we do need an interpreter for the pretrial, right?
yes.
And I'll write that in the file. Just an interpreter. Pretrial. And we'll reset it for
Let's do June 6th at 10.
June 6th at 10. June 6th at 10. All right, anything else for the record in either docket 2203434 or 2203281, Mr. Brodowitz?
Nothing from the people, Your Honor.
Ms. Robinson?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, thank you. That's all for the record in both those files. And those are both stamped interpreter. What is that language? Ken Yarwanda? All right. That Zoom is loud. Or not. Yes. Sure. Ms. Charnison, you're here for Ms. Buxton?
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. That's correct. She's not here yet. I'm just here
All right.
early.
I'm not sure she has to be here, but if you plan on her being here, we can all put it on the record once she gets here. I was uncertain.
So actually, that's kind of you to say that. I have two professionals assisting her with this application, and they're both scheduled to be here at 10. And if you were willing to hold the hearing without her, if you're inclined to approve the application, I would just call them off.
Oh, that'd be fine. I don't see, we have the order that's submitted by our criminal division. And we have a letter from the Attorney General indicating that she meets the eligibility status. And I have the prosecutor right here, so we can go ahead and call the case.
That sounds great. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so we're on the record in docket 11-01102. That is People of the State of Michigan versus Roberta Jean Buxton. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Jennifer
Jeff
Tornazon. I'm so sorry.
Jeff Brodowitz on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
And Jennifer Tornazon, attorney with Legal Services of South Central Michigan, on behalf of Ms. Buxton.
All right, and this is the time set for a motion to set aside conviction. I've indicated for the record, I'll indicate for the record that in an Attorney General memo dated April 6, 2023, signed by Michael Ajami as Assistant Attorney General, there's indication that Ms. Buxton, after review of the Buxton application criminal history, that he may be eligible to have his conviction set aside under MCL 780.621. And it is agreed that Roberta Buxton meets the statute eligibility requirements. So it may enter an order. I would look to so I also have an indication there's no objection in the file. Mr. Brodowitz, is there any objection that the people are aware of for the court indicating that the defendant is eligible to have the conviction set aside? It's an assault and battery conviction out of March 21st, 2011.
There's no objection the people are aware of, Your Honor.
All right. Any argument, or did you want to say anything, Ms. Tarnison?
It's probably not necessary, but thank you, Your Honor.
All right. So for the record,
I mean, I can say, if you'd like, for the record, I can say that I've been in touch with Ms. Buxton, her CMH advocate, as well as the house manager at the adult foster care home that she lives in. She has been applying for positions in school cafeterias and has been denied employment because of this 12-year-old conviction. So we're asking that it be set aside for that reason.
All right. And I will indicate for the record that box 8 is checked along with box 11, and a opportunity has been given to the Attorney General and prosecuting official to contest the application. I will also check box 12, circumstance of behavior of the applicant from the date of the applicant's conviction to the filing of the application warrant setting aside the conviction and is consistent with the public welfare. And I will sign an order to that effect. So the order is signed. I'll indicate for the register of action that I've signed the order. And Ms. Charnison, so if you want a copy of the order that was once signed, one can be emailed to you. All right.
Yes, please. Thank you so much, Judge.
All right. Anything else for the record in docket 1101102 SM, Mr. Brodowitz?
Nothing from the people, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Charnison, you're all set.
Thank you, Judge. It was a pleasure to meet you. Thank you.
All right, pleasure to meet you. Thank you, ma'am. Oh, that did.
And I think I might be ready with the rest of the 9 a.m.s.
All right.
Awesome.
Who do you want to call?
I am ready with Brown Smith, Moise, and Blakeney.
Let's go on Brown Smith. All right, so Miss Brown Smith, we're going to call your case on the record in docket 23-01154. That's People of the State of Michigan versus Deshara Brown Smith. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Jeff Brodowitz on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Mrs. Brown Smith, who joins us via Zoom.
And ma'am, you are Deshara Brown Smith, and you'll have to unmute yourself, ma'am.
All right, Your Honor. Yes, I'm here.
All right, and Ms. Brown Smith, you can hear me all right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, this is the time set for pretrial in the matter. Mr. Brodowitz, how are we proceeding?
Yes, Your Honor, as you stated, today's the date and time set for pretrial. However, after conversations with the defense, I believe they're going to ask for a brief adjournment of this matter in order for the defendant time to get verification of a valid license, I believe is what it is.
Correct.
So, Ms. Sutter, that's the request for compliance purposes?
It is, Your Honor.
Okay. And I'll indicate for the record, this is the first request for an adjournment, and we'll reset this 30 days out, I think.
Yes, please. Thank you.
So time?
June 27th at 9.
June 27th at 9 o'clock. So Ms. Brown Smith, please keep in contact with your attorney, Lauren Sutter. We've reset this pretrial for June 27th at 9 o'clock. For compliance purposes, if you get any paperwork, make sure that Ms. Sutter has that, okay? Okay, ma'am?
Okay, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. Anything else for the record? Docket 23-01154, Mr. Brodowitz.
Nothing from the people, Your
Ms.
Honor.
Sutter?
Nothing further. Thank you.
All right, Ms. Brown Smith, you're all set. Thank you for your appearance today.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Has she ever considered like
Did you say moist?
tape and just tape it in the back window? Yeah.
So I don't know what she thinks. That was the sort of- her decision was, you can't steal that from others.
Yeah.
Which, like, to be fair,
Well,
is the worst logic in the world.
No, I understand that. I actually agree with it, but I'm like, you know, when people get cars from dealerships, they have a temporary
Oh, here
plate
she
in
is.
the back
But
window,
yeah,
like
they put in the back window. What do you think she did with this one? They just don't like
packing
it.
tape and
Yeah.
Who's next, Ms. Sutter?
Miss Moist is
All
ready.
right. All right, so we're on the record in docket 23-01326. That's People of the State of Michigan versus Olivia K. Moise. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Jeff Brodowitz on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Ms. Moist, who joins us via Zoom.
And ma'am, you are Olivia Moise?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can hear me all right, Ms. Moise?
Yes.
Right, this is the time set for pretrial in the matter. Mr. Brodowitz, how are we proceeding?
Yes, Your Honor, as you stated, today's date and time set for pretrial. People have made an offer for the defendant to plead to the charge of domestic violence with 76948 if eligible. With that, I would leave it to the defense.
Ms. Sutter?
That's correct, Your Honor. I would ask the court to schedule us for a final pretrial and jury trial. I'm also seeing a email between Ms. Holden and my paralegal regarding a motion I filed.
That was a motion to compel,
Yes,
and that was for discovery purposes, I assume.
correct, Your Honor. It's the issue of redacted reports again.
All right,
I'm not seeing notice of hearing comments or notice of hearing.
It looks like the email you sent to Kayla says we can hear the motion to compel date at tomorrow's pretrial. That was from yesterday.
Oh, yeah, we can hear it today. I just couldn't remember when there's been a lot of them.
Correct. I think that was from 5/19 that she
All right.
filed it.
so
Out of the office.
let's do the the motion. I don't, if the motion is like the last motion, there would be a stipulation in order for me to sign an order so that there's some type of order out there that only the public defender's office can see it and it's redacted on some level. Is that what
And
we're
the
looking
people
at?
would be amenable to that solution again if.
It's what the public defender's office is asking for across the board. in these
Okay.
issues.
Okay.
So
I did not have an order prepared in this one, but
that's all right. Just submit an order concerning that. Have Mr. Sutter review it. And then if that suffices, if not, we'll re-motion it. We'll renotice it for motion.
That should suffice, Your Honor.
Okay. So there should be a stip and order coming on motion. For discovery purposes. And then we'll reset this for final pretrial, and we'll set this for final pretrial on
June 6th at 8:30.
June 6th at 8:30.
And jury to file on 6/27.
6:27 at 8. All right, so Ms. Moise, the final pretrial will be set on June 6th at 8:30, and that would be live in person on the 6th floor, and the jury trial also on June 27th at 8 o'clock. All right, ma'am?
Okay.
Anything else for the record on docket 23-01326, Mr. Brodowitz?
Nothing from the people, Your Honor.
Ms. Sutter?
Nothing further.
All right, thank you. That's all for the record in that file. You're free to leave the Zoom courtroom. Thank you, Ms. Moise.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Then did you want to go on Blackney?
Yes, please.
I have an order for fingerprints on Blackney.
Okay, I'll have to remind you about that.
So we're on the record in docket 23-01075. That's people of the state of Michigan versus Eric Blackney. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Jeff Brodowitz on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Mr. Blackney, who joins us via Zoom.
And sir, you are Eric Blackney?
Yes, sir.
All right, this is the time set for a pretrial in the matter. Mr. Blackney, before we get started on today's pretrial, you do have an order for your fingerprints, so you should come in and get that done as soon as possible, okay?
Yes, sir.
I've got the order in the file, and so if you can talk to Ms. Sutter about the process, but that gets done regardless of the resolution of the case, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Mr. Brodowitz, this time set for pretrial, how are we proceeding today?
Yes, Your Honor. At this time, the people have made an offer for the defendant to plead to, I'm not sure if it would be an added count 2 or just an amended count 1 of attempted abandoning cruelty to one animal with a surrender of the animal, which after conversations with the defense, I believe Ingham County Animal Control already has the animal in question here. And with that, there was also be a killabrew for fines and costs only in this matter.
And that at least the offer this time, that would be an attempt
Yes.
count. So it'd be an added count 2 of attempted abandoning cruelty to one animal. So it cuts everything in half, right?
Yes.
But I'm not, so it's my math, but so it's a 16.
Well, I think it's a 93-day. I think that goes down to 46 and a half.
40. That's right. You're absolutely
thank
right. Yeah. Attempt. But it's 46 and a half and or $500.
Yes.
All right. And, just so I'm clear, that's your understanding of the offer at this point in time?
Yes, with the killabrew fines and costs. Yes.
With the killabrew fines and costs. Okay. And Ms. Sutter, how are we proceeding today?
Thank you, Your Honor. I did discuss that offer with Mr. Blackney, and he would like to accept it at this time.
All right. So, Mr. Blackney, you understand that the offer right now is an added count 2 of an attempt, abandonment, and cruelty.
Yes, sir.
And with a plea to that attempt, there's a killabrew agreement of, so that the maximum penalty for the attempt is 46 and a half days and or $500. There's a killabrew agreement of fines and costs only, which means that if I did not follow the killabrew agreement of fines and costs only, you'd have the opportunity to withdraw your plea. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes.
Okay.
Sir.
And my understanding also, Mr. Brodowitz, is was there an agreement of that he be not in care of the animal? And
yes,
but say that again. For
part of the deal was that the defendant would need to surrender the animal. However, after conversations with Ms. Sutter, the animal is already with animal control, and I believe that based on, again, my conversations, that because animal control took the animal, that it has essentially been surrendered already.
All right.
That's my understanding as well.
All right. Thank you. All right, so Ms. Sutter, may I inquire your client of his advice or rights on the misdemeanor plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So, Mr. Blackney, you, on this misdemeanor plea, you have certain rights, and I'm going to walk you through those rights. All right, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. You have the right to be tried by a jury. You have the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty. You have the right to have the prosecutor prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you are guilty. You have the right to have witnesses against you appear at trial. You have the right to question those witnesses against you. You, of course, are represented by Public Defender Lauren Sutter. She would be available to cross-examine any witnesses at trial or contest any charges brought against you by the state. You have the right to have the court order any witnesses appear in your defense. You have the right to remain silent during the trial. You have the right not to have that silence used against you, and you have the right to testify at trial if you choose to testify. You have your pleas accepted. You'll give up the claim the plea was a result of any promises other than the discussions we've had here, or threats, or that it was not your choice to plead guilty. You'd also be giving up the right to appeal any trial because you'd be pleading guilty today. Is it your intent today to plead guilty and waive those trial rights, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to have you raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
I promise to tell the truth.
All right. I'm going to bring your attention back to January 4th of 2023 at the location in the city of Lansing of 3200 South Washington, apartment 114. Were you in care of an animal on that date in the city of Lansing at that time?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And did you attempt to provide the animal? What was the name of the animal, sir?
The animal was Ivy.
Ivy? All right. Did you attempt to provide Ivy with adequate care or abandon the animal in some fashion?
Yes, sir.
All right. Any questions concerning the factual basis, Mr. Brodowitz?
Nothing from the people, Your Honor.
Anything, Ms. Sutter?
Just grammatically, I think you said attempt to provide adequate care. I think you mean attempt to fail to provide
Yeah,
it.
that's true. So did you attempt to fail to provide animal adequate care or attempt to abandon an animal or cause an animal to be abandoned?
I
just want to make sure I get the attempt in there.
I attempt to add abandonment with care.
Okay. So you attempted to fail to provide animal care is what you're indicating.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Anything else, Ms. Sutter, on the factual basis?
Nothing further.
We're double negatives are killing me today.
I know.
All right, with the understanding, I find that the factual basis has been met. The plea is accepted and understanding voluntarily and accurately made. I will follow the Killebrew agreement of fines and costs only. So we will have a fine of $150, a cost of $150, crime victims' rights fee of $75, state fee of $50, for a grand total of $375. No, $425.
Okay, yes,
so we have
sir.
a total of $425. Do you need some time to make that payment to the city of Lansing, sir?
Yes, sir.
About how many days are you
Can you give
thinking?
him about 60 days, Your Honor?
Sure.
Thank you.
So we'll set it out for 60 days.
Okay, sir.
July 20, so it'll be July 21st at 4 o'clock to the city of Lansing. How this works is once we give them the file, you can set up yourself on any plan you want. You can go in and pay $15, $20, $25 as long as it's all paid up by July 21st. Okay, sir?
Okay, sir.
All right. Anything else for the record in docket 23-01075, Mr. Brodowitz?
Nothing from the people, Your
Ms.
Honor.
Sutter?
Just, Mr. Blackney, I'll send you an email later today with some information on how to make payments. Nothing further.
All right. Thank you. And Mr. Blackney, don't forget, we still need your fingerprints on the file, okay?
Yes, sir. I'll get right to
All
it.
right. All right. Thank you. That's all for the record, 23-01075. Mr. Blackney, you're all set. You're free to leave the Zoom courtroom. Thank you for your appearance today.
All right, thank you.
Is there a Miss Raymond on Zoom?
No. So we can probably call Mitz, Raymont,
Let me see,
and Langen.
let me see, because I don't believe Ms. Raymond has an attorney, so let me see
All
if
right.
she's
I didn't say
outside.
anything. I was just-
Oh.
And if you need to call outside to see if anybody's here. I just heard Judge Simmons laugh.
So it's pretty distinctive.
That could be the most infectious laugh I've ever heard.
You're probably right.
I didn't see him.
All right. All right, so let's go ahead and call docket 23-00618. That is People of the State of Michigan versus Daquan Mitz. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Jeff Brodowitz on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Aaron Robinson, Assistant Public Defender for Mr. Mitz.
And this is the time set for a pretrial in the matter. It was scheduled for 9 o'clock. It's now 9:56. I do not see Mr. Mitz in the Zoom courtroom or the physical courtroom. It would appear that the defendants failed to appear. Mr. Brodowitz, how are we proceeding today?
Being as the defendant has failed to appear, Your Honor, the people would ask that a bench warrant be issued and any bond before.
Ms. Robinson, any comment?
We would just ask for a 48-hour hold.
It's a domestic violence case. So due to the assaultive nature of the crime, I don't think I can put a 48-hour hold on it. But if Ms. Wright comes in in the next couple of days, we certainly will address the matter.
Mr. Mitz.
What's that?
You said Ms. Wright, you mean Mr. Mitz.
You're correct. If Mr. Mitz comes in, we certainly will address the matter, but I am going to issue a bench warrant and bond forfeiture. Anything else on the record, docket 23-00618, Mr. Brodowitz?
Nothing from the people.
Ms.
Your Honor.
Robinson?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. And then we're on the record in docket 23-01168. That's People of the State of Michigan versus Courtney Raymont. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Jeff Brodowitz on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
And this is the time set for a pre-trial on the Raymont matter. So it's scheduled for 9 o'clock. It is now 9:57. It would appear the defendants failed to appear for the pre-trial. Mr. Brodowitz, how would you like to proceed?
This time, Your Honor, as the defendant has failed to appear, the people would ask that a bench warrant be issued and any bond before.
And I'll issue a bench warrant bond forfeiture with a 48-hour hold because of the nature of the offense and the fact that no previous bench warrant has been issued. It's a dog license case. With that understanding, anything else on the record, docket 23-01168, Mr. Brodowitz?
Nothing from the people, Your
All
Honor.
right, thank you. And then we have Mr. Langen. So we're on the record in docket 20-00707. That's People of the State of Michigan versus John Langen. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Jeff Brodowitz on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Aaron Robinson, Assistant Public Defender for Mr. Langen.
And this is the time set for a pretrial in the matter. It was scheduled for 9:30. It is now 9:58. It would appear that the defendants failed to appear for pretrial. Mr. Brodowitz, how are we proceeding today?
Yes, Your Honor, as the defendant has failed to appear, the people would ask that a bench warrant be issued and any bond be forfeited.
And Ms. Robinson?
And ask for a 48-hour hold in this case. It looks like it's first.
Yeah. I'm going to grant the 48-hour hold. It appears that this is the first bench warrant bond forfeiture. Defendant failed to appear. Also, the nature of the crime is nonviolent. So we'll issue a 48-hour hold, bench warrant bond forfeiture to be issued. Anything else for the record, docket 20-00707, Mr. Brodowitz.
Nothing from the people.
Ms.
Your Honor.
Robinson?
No, Your Honor.
All right. We're all set on that file. So we will await Susan to tell us when the jury's in. And probably move the camera, right? And so if I have, I'm going to go back and play with the instructions, but on Mr. Lee, I do have the witnesses, at least the stated witnesses for my purpose are Miss Graham and then the complaining witness, which is Miss Phillips. Is that correct? All
Yes.
right. All right, so we're adjourned until we get the jury back.
All rise.
Wendy, I do have an exhibit. Did you want to do that now? Yours.
I have the list.
So I need them.
Do I give them all to you
Yes,
and then you distribute them?
yes.
Okay.
We'll do it that way since this isn't your regular thing.
I usually do that.
I think I have them labeled.
Thank you.
And then I'm working on the verification, the employment verification. Oh, I don't have the treasury, you don't have the treasury form, right? The treasury payment form. Okay, that's all right. We're working on it. We're working on it. I lost my notes, but we're
It's
working
okay.
on it.
We'll be fine. Is the jury ready to bring up?
I don't think so.
You think so or don't?
I don't think so.
Okay.
They aren't even told to be here till 10:15.
Oh, okay.
But I just wanted to get those lists to you.
Well, thank you.
Just don't give the judges one out.
I know.
Thank you. I'll be back to work.
Where'd everybody go?
Away.
I'm still here.
Hi, would you mind blah, 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 blah. Could you please give that back to Aaron? I was like, where'd everybody go?
I'm guessing a drink, a smoke, a bathroom break. I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't had there in a minute. Somebody wants me to pull records though.
Rude.
Where'd it go? I hope you like those.
Yeah, I got my order too now.
I'm so tired of trials. So is everyone on this side.
And you're turn off that fan.
Yeah, I got hot and figured I'm off the record. I'm going stealth mode. Blazer's gone.
I don't like it at all.
So hot.